Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Did you ever come to a point in your life, or even in just a day, and you just have to look at somebody and say, you know what, just get a freaking grip and grow the hell up? Yeah, me too.
Y'all might want to go grab you some butt ointment because this one's going to chap them cheeks, let me tell you. How have some of y'all been able to survive on this earth for as long as you've been here? Because every little thing makes y'all break down. You just crumble as a person. Like, seriously, y'all break the hell down at the mere mention of Donald Trump's name. Your whole world just shatters and falls apart. God forbid that any of you have to deal with actual real world problems, okay? Like, did you see any of us having a complete, utter meltdown the last 4 years when you guys would get on here and threaten to unalive us or call us names and come at us in every direction? Did you see any of us shaving our heads and having complete psychological meltdowns? No, you didn't. We would let shit roll off our back like water on a duck, okay? So y'all might want to go put some big girl panties on and get some thicker skin. God help you for the rest of your life if a mere man's name makes you have a complete coming undone. Grow the hell up.
And you know what? If you know your history, which I'm sure a lot of you do, then you will know that if this happens, then you will know what comes next. Okay? Because this all ties in to when the Titanic happened. Yeah.
Holy shit, he's really gonna do it.
It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States.
Then do you know what happened? The Titanic sank, taking down everybody that opposed the creation of the Federal Reserve down with it. Millionaire banker J.P. Morgan had planned the Titanic disaster to kill off the rival millionaires Jacob Astor, Isidor Straus, and Benjamin Guggenheim. To be fair, the Federal Reserve System was already somewhat put into place back in 1907 because of the panic of 1907. They had a big bank run and everybody freaked out. It was basically just J.P. Morgan stepping in and using his personal funds to bail out the failing banks back in 1907, acting like a temporary central bank. But the panic of 1907 highlighted the need for central banking system to manage the financial crisis, leading to the creation of the Federal Reserve Act through the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. It was created because the only people that were pushing against creating the Federal Reserve Act, because they knew that would give the government more control over the people's money, had died on the Titanic. Do you want to know what else was going on at that time frame? Typhoid fever. More importantly, the story of Typhoid Mary. History is neat, huh?
I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but when I saw this, I said, what does this mean? Here is an aerial view, okay, of specific coordinates in Santa Monica, California. And it reveals massive letters that are spelling out help, LAPD, federal, and Traffico. And it's all written on the ground. Can you see that? What do you guys think this means? Because I'm stumped. I'm stumped. So I know you guys like to go down rabbit holes just as much as I do. Okay. So what do you think this means? Could this be like an SOS for, like people who are trapped? But if they were trapped, how could they write this out? What could this possibly mean? What do you think it means? Okay. Now, moving right along, can someone explain to me what the Blue Hats are doing at a construction site in Indiana? Yeah.
Got another fleet right here. Yeah. No joke.
Now, we all know, or we've all come across and had to deal with health insurance, right? Whether you have private or Medicaid, Medicare, whatever the case may be. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal Employee Program, and I have dealt with this myself. Okay, insurance is a total scam. All right. And this should be one thing, if possible, that gets fixed under this new administration. I don't know if he can do it, but it would be absolutely lovely if he could do it. But I don't know if he can. I mean, I do remember like when he was his first term, like my scripts. I mean, I was paying 25 cents, 50 cents, maybe $1 for each of my scripts. Now, that $1 script is now $90. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a scam? I think so. Mhm.
So I don't normally jump on that health insurance is a scam, but today it is absolutely a scam and I swear it's fraud. I need an MRI on my back because I hurt my back. My clinic sent it over to a hospital. They ran it through my insurance. They called me and said, hey, your portion of it that you're going to have to pay after insurance is $5,100 for this MRI. So I'm like, wow, okay. I was like, before we do that, like, just wait, because I'm like, $5,100 just seems wild. I called another place who was also waiting for my insurance to go through to see how much it was going to be. My insurance was still on hold with them, but I asked them, hey, if I just cash pay this, how much is it going to cost for this MRI? And they're like, well, if you just want to cash pay it, not run anything through insurance, it's $700. And so I'm like, sounds a lot better than $5,100. So I called the original hospital back and said, hey, if I don't run this through insurance, what is the cost if I just decide to self-pay it, since I know the other place is $700? The lady's like, I'll rerun it under you being self-pay and I'll call you back with your total. So a few minutes go by, the lady calls me back and she goes, hey, I talked to my supervisor. Since you have insurance, we are not going to let you self-pay it, so we won't give you that number. How is that not a scam? Isn't it my choice if I want to self-pay something versus running it through my insurance? How I should get to decide that, not you, but they're like, nope, since you have insurance and you've already done it that way, we are not going to allow you to self-pay it. And I think that's because they probably were going to give me a self-pay price, kind of like the other place, maybe a $700, maybe up to $1,300, still way less than $5,100 that it was going to make me pay. And I just think, like, what if, somebody wouldn't, like, what if I wouldn't have called around? I would have been stuck with this $5,100 bill. Insurance is such a ripoff. I don't know how in the world this hospital is telling me that I now can't self-pay it. What does it matter? I'm going to go to the other place, but I don't know how this hospital is allowed to now tell me, hey, yeah, you can't self-pay something if you have already had us run it through your insurance. I haven't even had it yet.
So, before I go, is everybody done? Okay? Y'all done with that? You know what that means? Huh? Well, if you know sign language, you know what it means, okay? So, and if you're like, sign language, yes, I know a little bit of sign language. And we're all relearning sign language here in this family because we feel that it would be a good idea to teach the grandchildren, well, the little ones, to be bilingual, but in ASL. Okay, so we're all learning how to do sign language. Like I picked up a book. Here, I'll show you in case you guys are interested. Okay, this is the book that I picked up for my 7-month-old. Okay, my granddaughter. It's my first baby. Okay, my first book of baby signs. and we're all teaching because, even my 11-year-old and my 10-year-old grandson and granddaughter, we're all learning. Okay. So this is a great way to learn and to teach, if you're first starting out, especially with the kids, how to learn, teach them how to do sign language. So it's what we're just our newest thing, with teaching the kids something new, okay? Because it's good to be bilingual. But, when people think, oh, you're bilingual, and they always think, automatically like Spanish, German, French. Well, no, ASL, okay? Because I don't think that there's enough people who, hearing people that speak in ASL. So we're teaching our little ones how to speak in ASL. But yeah, to fuck around and find out. Okay, that's what that means. So that's just a little tidbit of information for you. Um, but yeah, here you go. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Okay, fearless. Ciao.
Growing up, I was always told, whatever comes out of my mouth, I better 100% be ready to back that up. And a lot of you in the last couple of days are really learning that lesson the hard way. Okay? I also grew up with this saying, if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I don't say nothing at all. You guys might want to start adapting that, okay? Like, I'm pretty sure they've made it very clear that you will FO when you FA. They're not playing at all, okay? I mean, honestly, what did you think was going to happen when you got on a social media platform and made a bodily harm threat to the President of the United States? That is a federal crime. What did you think was like nobody was going to see it? There's like 170 million people on this app. Come on. Y'all just gonna have to remember, Jesus don't like ugly. He'll let you fall flat on your daggone face. Okay?